all of you. It's a pleasure to be here. I really appreciate what the Rotary does. You all do tremendous work and have incredible impact. The polio campaign alone has changed the whole face of the planet. And so it's a real honor to be here with you. Thank you. So I've only been at SCRAP for a year and a half, but it's a 40-year-old organization. And the reason this slide is the way it is because when I tell people I work at SCRAP, the first thing that most people say is, I love that place. And I hope by the time I'm done this afternoon, you'll agree. So SCRAP, as I said, has been there for 40 years. It was founded in 1976. It is the nation's first creative reuse center. And creative reuse means that we take materials that people would otherwise discard. In fact, we intercept stuff on the way to the landfill and find new uses for it, creative uses. We find uses for it in the classroom and in the artist studio. There are now about 200 creative reuse centers around the world, and most of them say that SCRAP was their model and inspiration. And we are a nonprofit social enterprise. In other words, we earn a large portion of the money we need to operate. Anne-Marie Thalen and Ruth Asawa, who you see here in this picture, founded SCRAP because they saw in 1976 that there was a huge need for materials in the classroom. Anne-Marie Thalen was drafted at that time by a federal program to put teaching artists in classroom to teach arts in San Francisco Unified School District. Ruth Asawa is a world-famous artist and was even then, helped her get this thing started. And they found that it wasn't that hard to get the teachers in the classroom, but the teachers didn't have the materials they needed to teach the classes. Unfortunately, that's still the case today. And I have to tell you, I consider that a disgrace in a country as wealthy as ours. But we continue to do our work, and I know that the Rotary does a lot of work that helps alleviate the problem of underfunded schools. But their idea was simply noticing that many businesses, many manufacturers threw away a lot of material, roll-ins, cut-off pieces, stationery with the wrong logo, half-used pens, and so on, that were perfectly useful. And by redirecting that material away from the landfill, we accomplished two goals. We reduced the pollution, we reduced landfill intake, and we found a vast source of materials that teachers and artists can use. So it's a very simple model. Find the good stuff, and we work with people like you. We work with companies and individuals all over the Bay Area. We sort it, we test it, we make sure that it's still good, and then we get it to teachers and artists. So our impact is in four main areas. We work in education, as I've described. We worked in the environment by reducing pollution through diversion. We work in the arts, and we even work in workforce development. So last year we diverted almost 250 tons of material. That's equal in weight to 25 school buses without the kids. We don't know what the kids weigh. Over the 40 years we've been in business, over 10 million pounds of materials did not go to landfills because of SCRAP's activities. And that reuse, as you probably realize, saves a lot of energy and pollution. Manufacturing, transportation, and disposal of all this stuff creates pollution. We all need to help the environment, and this is what SCRAP has been doing to help the environment.